Here's the only polystyrene drawing project I completed during the month of September 2024. This is the Mughal polystyrene drawing project. I primarily worked on it during the summer and fall of last year. But it was only during the middle of September 2024 that I completed this project on the back. Specifically, I finished this wing, then this wing, and then I finished detailing the remaining clouds on the back side. And on the sides of the project using a light gray ultra fine point Sharpie marker. I recall the primary reason why it took as long as it did for me to finish this project was primarily due to that period in which I fell at least 10 my dinner videos behind and tried to catch up while accepting every offer to go out with my dad and my mom, as well as at times getting distracted by desires to earn badges on games on Congregate. I don't really do that anymore, and at times getting distracted by new polystyrene drawing projects I got ideas for and then started, such as the original triangle ball, which I worked on at my mom's place, so it wasn't really much of a distraction since there's some projects I exclusively work on at my dad's place. This one was one of them, and there are projects I'll exclusively work on at my mom's place. That way, I don't transport polystyrene drawing projects and take the slight risk that they'll be damaged in the process. This project was done with a combination of primarily drawing and coloring and doing some of the sloping kind of blending based off reference images. The initial ones were sent to me while the rest I found by searching for a specific YouTube video with what I was looking for, and then using the snipping tool application on my current primary laptop, both then and now, in order to create the reference image. saving it as a PNG. And the rest I looked for online through Bing Images searches, such as this flying chocobo drawing, which is meant to depict a flying chocobo mount and cloud. This is meant to be Tina Lockhart, and I did this shadow effect by taking the same colors used for this side of the 50 crate on the back side of the project, which I did based off a reference image I made using the snipping tool application from a YouTube video I searched of a crate smashing minigame after I looked up items and happened to find an image of a 50 crate through an article on the Final Fantasy fandom wiki. A Moogle, I didn't know this initially. It's a creature from Final Fantasy. I initially assumed it was a creature from The Legend of Zelda, but I later found out that was wrong at one point early on while doing this project. It was a bit stressful at times to do these wings based off one of the initial reference images I created through a GIF I was sent. That's how I created the initial reference images using the snipping tool application on that GIF. No matter what, I'll always remember this polystyrene drawing project as one that reminded me why I enjoy drawing on polystyrene, colloquially referred to as styrofoam, as this project ended up being one that I worked on during the time period in which I was barely drawing on polystyrene with Sharpie markers, because during the summer of this year, I was editing on average 2 my dinner video projects a day. My laptop through Camtasia 2019, which took me more time because on Camtasia 2019, I kind of have to manually put the photos and then the raw video clips in order. Whereas the UCut video editor on my phone kind of does that more automatically. I just have to tap the photos and the raw video clips that I want, and they're automatically put in the order I tapped them. I don't have to drag and drop them like I have to on Camtasia 2019. So one day during that period when I made a bit of time to detail some of these clouds on the front side of the project with a light gray ultrafine Sharpie marker, I felt particularly happy while finally getting an opportunity to work on a polystyrene drawing project, even though it was due to my own choices that I couldn't really, until that point, for a significant period of time, at least a week or so. And I felt grateful for that. This Buster Sword I decided to draw on the front side of this project. I think is part of the reason I ultimately did this on the back side of the project, though I think it might be meant to be something else, like some kind of tree or building, though that is kind of off screen until now. Ultimately, I enjoyed doing this project, even though it was technically a gift project and not a personal project.